the fuck is up? He's playing? Oh, here we go.
Left. Let's go. Yo.
Yo,
What's up, man?
yeah. So
Yeah, I just
my my stuff must have stopped scrolling because I didn't see that people were on.
yeah, those people on. I'm bring the bearded one. All right, man. So moving on. Leangelo Ball signs to Def Jam Records after Tweaker goes viral. What are your thoughts on this? You think he has a viable career, or is he just a one hit?
I'll preface by saying I hope he has a viable career. I really do. I'm rooting for him. I'm rooting for him to do well. You know, I got it is what it is with me. I'm not sure he's willing to put the work in. Hip hop is a very, very, very hard game, and it is a time consuming game, and you must put in the work. Is he willing to put the work in? That's gonna be the question. I like the song, but that song's only gonna last for another week, and then we need to hear something else because you got to put the, man. You know how to, you do music. You got to be what you got to put the work in.
I'll be dedicated.
You got to put
Yeah.
the work in, and it's not a halfway wet type situation. You got to step all the way in. What's up, C?
What up, C? You trying to come up and chat, man? What you doing, bro? You on the bike right now? You over here doing fucking RDLs and shit? This nigga be on his story
Yeah,
all the time just
but
doing.
I say this. I did. Did you see the performance from Detroit Lions? One of all the people in Detroit, why would you have Jello? All the superstars you got in that city, T Grizzly, all the superstars you got in that city. Why Jello? Two, he didn't look too comfortable.
What do you mean? He's not a rapper. Of
You
course he ain't
signed
look comfortable.
you
He look
signed to Def
fucking
Jam. You're a
terrible.
rapper. You're a rapper. You're signed to Def Jam. You're a rapper now.
Nah, nah, nah. That nigga has a song.
Hey, well, don't sign. Because now I look, and I treat everybody the same. You sign, cool. I'm gonna
He
hold you to that standard.
ain't turning that check down. They about to put him in the fucking studio with Manny Fresh.
Hopefully, Lil Wayne helped him write too.
Yeah, for sure. Better get Juvie in there help him write it too. Hell yeah, for 99 and 2000.
the 2000. So
All right, man. So, who's your regular season NBA MVP today if you had to choose?
Bronny.
I like that answer.
I like
I like
that.
that answer.
I like that. It
I like
probably is.
that
It
answer.
probably
Although
is. Bronny?
although they say he sold $50 million worth of jerseys, I'm starting to wonder if LeBron bought those $50 million worth of jerseys because I haven't seen a Brown yet. I
Never.
haven't seen one yet.
Never.
And I
You
and
know,
I,
you probably got to go to high schools to see him.
no, hell no. I be at Laker game. I be at downtown LA, a blocker from Lake Staples Center on game days. I ain't seen one walk by me yet. I saw number 9 Nick Van Exel jersey the other day, and I said, "Yo, what's up? Some's afoot here.
Maybe the
Something."
Bronny jerseys are selling in other states.
Yeah, how convenient.
They're all
um,
coming from an Ohio address.
who's the MVP? Like Joker? I don't know, Joker.
I think it's putting up fucking monster numbers right now.
That's what I was
Jesus
But
gonna say. I was
Christ.
gonna
it,
say Joker. Like
it's
he,
hard, man. It's hard because look, they need to change the game back
Yeah,
to
but
where.
Joker's getting it the real way, though. You
Yeah,
can't
yeah, but
discount
but
his
it's
numbers.
because they don't because he ain't going against bigs but twice a year.
That's true.
Yo, like I want to see some somebody slap this nigga or something, man. Fight him. Try
Hey,
it
man,
against him.
even when they slap him around, Joker can still be doing
He do
crazy
that shit
shit. This
and
on the
they
way
motherfucker.
out. He
And
do
they're
that shit
afraid of
to
his
White.
brothers
White was
too.
out there smacking that shit. Like, get out of here. Like, and I'm not saying I want Joker to fail. What I'm saying is I just want the game to be more competitive and just stop letting these dudes do what they want, man. It's hard to see who the MVP is, to be honest with you, because all of them, when I watched the game, because I was actually looking at the games the other day, and I watched everybody who I would say, I'm like, anybody even trying on these niggas, man? Somebody push him, do something, grab him
I
by the
see
neck,
him
put him
trying,
in
bro. I
the
don't know
shit.
Tell
about.
me
I
how
don't know
you could
about all
stop
that.
him. Tell me
I
how
don't
you
know
could
about.
stop him.
I don't think there's a. I don't think that there's a big in history that could really
Man, we
stop Joker.
saw what Dwight did to him in the finals. I mean, in the conference
Yeah, but
finals.
he was a lot younger though.
I mean, but you need.
A lot younger. Dwight at no point in his career would do that to Jokic today. Oh no.
Oh
Jokic is way too smart. He's way too smart of a player.
shit. You think the Joker gonna be putting up 40, 15, and 12 on Dwight?
No. But he'll put up
You lost
25,
your
20.
damn mind.
He'll put up 25, 9, and 12. Oh
No,
yeah,
he wouldn't.
absolutely. Yes,
No,
he
he
will.
wouldn't.
Absolutely.
No, he
He's not
wouldn't.
stopped. He's not. Look, Joker has grown so much as a player
I'm not knocking
from
that.
the
I'm not knocking that. I'm not
2020
knocking that.
fucking playoffs
But
to now.
he would have to guard
Even
too.
from his championship, because that series is what really grew him up. Like he grew like after that series, when that next season, nigga, Joker came back on some different shit.
If you
Like,
but you have to take Joker and you got to make him guard. No one makes him guard. Not one big that he plays against makes him guard, and that allows him to rest on defense and get to play only on
I
offense.
mean, Joel usually makes some guard. Carl Anthony
How
Towns makes some
how
guard.
when they're shooting 20-footers, you're bailing them out every time you shoot a 20-footer.
I mean, I'm just saying he gotta go
I
out
mean,
there.
barely. He just go out there with a soft contest, and if they make it, they make it. He did not put any pressure on him to use his body. Pause. Like come on, we talk like I know let's talk real hoop, right? You got to put pressure on him to make him move his body and make him use it, which ultimately makes him less effective on defense. It's kind of like when I'm trying to think of a situation. Nick Young versus Dwayne Wade when he was in Washington with Gilbert Arenas. They had a story on their podcast and said, and Nick was like, and Nick was talking about how Nick was coming out and said, "Oh man," Gil was like, "Yo, when I tell you shoot it, shoot it. I need you to take 20 shots on D Wade because I got to make him play defense." And it neutralized him to make him. You got to force a great player to play defense.
I
You
mean,
can't let him rest.
I'm just saying, Joker is not no pushover in no era at all.
It's not about strength. It's not about strength. It's
In
about making him
in
move.
in any era of basketball, he's the top center in the league. In any era of basketball, he's the top 5 center. Any era.
Oh, I'm not saying he
I'm
isn't.
just saying, and you could put him in any era of basketball. He at that point, he's a top 5 center in that NBA.
But
No question
that's not
about
the
it.
conversation I'm having though. What I'm saying is his numbers are inflated due to the lack of defense in the game today. Period.
I'm just saying, even if you put defense in, like if you were to put Moses Malone on that nigga, he's still gonna fucking put up numbers. He's that good.
Dude, you think so? Hold on. So you
He's
thinking
that good.
so you're saying he's going to if he has to guard Shaq. Let's say he has to guard
Yeah,
Shaq.
for sure.
One, you ever talk to somebody who had a guard Shaq?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Because I talked to Sean Rooks.
Same thing, same here.
I
talked
had
to
a
Sean Rooks.
direct conversation with Sean Rooks about Shaquille O'Neal. And when he said, "Yo, when you got a guard Shaq," he goes, I don't even drive my car. I take a limo so I can go to sleep.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't think that's going to affect Joker?
Yeah, but Shaq can't guard Joker either.
He don't have to because he's going to beat him up offensively where he's going to be
He
tired.
might. I mean, he
He's
might,
going
but
to
I
be
don't think
tired.
Joker is out of shape
load.
like that. I think Joker's fat, but that nigga's in shape. If you get what I'm saying?
No, I'm not. No, look, I think people
Joker's
take what
not
I'm saying out of context.
fat.
I'm not saying he's out of shape. I'm not saying all that. What I'm saying is when you have to guard someone, it makes you work twice as hard, which means your numbers are going to suffer.
Why do you think he wouldn't work himself into being able to deal with that load? Pause.
there's no work the Joker can do on his body to be able to deal with that low pause.
I mean, but there's plenty of centers that played against Shaq that still put up numbers.
They're different
David
specimens.
Robinson got his ass beat by Shaq all the time. He still
Different
was putting
specimens.
up his 25 and 10. Fucking what's his name? Hakeem Olajuwon got beat up. That nigga still put up his numbers. Fucking, there's a lot of them. Pat Ewing got beat up. He still did his
We're
numbers.
talking about with all the guys you're mentioning outside of
Don't say they're all
out-
better than Joker, bro.
outside
Don't say that
outside.
shit.
I said outside of Patrick. You said Patrick Ewing. Outside of Patrick Ewing, Akeem is better than he is.
Okay, and David Robinson that's the conversation.
Okay,
That's
cool.
a real conversation.
But as far as athletes, they match up better with Shaq just on raw athleticism alone.
For sure.
So what are we
For
talking
sure.
about here? We're
Yeah,
not having.
but even Yao Ming put up numbers against Shaq.
He's 7'9", nigga.
No, he's not, bro.
He's 7'12". What are you
7'5",
talking about?
bro. He's 7'9".
He's 7'12". What are we talking about here?
He's 7'5". Shaq is
No.
7'1", bro. Stop acting
Yao Ming was like 7'6", and on top of that, he was 320. Hold on, Yao Ming's probably a better athlete than Joker.
I'm just saying. He absolutely was.
So, hold up. So combined, 7'12" with being more athletic.
Yeah,
he's like,
but Jokic is a way better basketball player than
that's
Yao Ming.
cool.
That part.
But
Way
that's not the
better.
conversation we're having.
Way better.
That's not the conversation I'm having. The conversation is you gotta make the nigga
None
guard.
of this is the conversation we're having.
Could you imagine?
Didn't tell me who your MVP is today.
Could you imagine if Shaq didn't have to play defense? Kill.
I mean,
You're looking at
Shaq
45
actually,
You're looking at
I mean,
45.
Shaq was a rim protector in that sense, but it wasn't like he played defense like what you're describing right now because he was Shaq. Like nobody can go and try and post up Shaq.
No. But Shaq had to move his feet, bro.
bro, who?
Against
That
most
played
centers-
deep. He played.
He was a rim
Shaq
protector.
played help side defense,
put it-
and he
and-
played
and-
defense
and they
in the
put- and
post.
they put-
You act
they
like
put-
Shaq was out there on the fucking perimeter
No, but
sliding his
they
puppies like
they
that.
countered Shaq by putting him in pick and rolls. He couldn't play
Okay,
zone.
yeah, but I mean, he's fucking Shaquille O'Neal. He's plugging the look. What are you gonna do? Split the fucking? You're gonna split the screen? No, because Shaq is huge. You're not getting through. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? By the time if you shoot out because he presses and you shoot out trying to go around him, that's a big ass nigga to get around. By the time you get around him, you got help defense off the other wing. Like Shaq played defense because he was huge, not because he was really talented on the defensive
No,
end.
I'm not. That's not what I'm
You're
saying.
rim
What I'm saying is Shaq had to play defense.
Okay. Jokic has to play defense more so. He has to get out. He has to play on the perimeter more than Shaq ever had to.
Shaq had guys actually challenging him and going to where Joker has niggas shooting 20-foot jumpers who can probably Shaq the nigga. if he
Joker
wants.
is the passer Shaq wishes he was.
I don't give a fuck about the passing. I don't give a shit about that.
Joker is the best big man passer I've ever seen by far.
He's not
He's
the best
one
big
of
man.
them. He's one of them.
Definitely the best
He's one
big
of
man passer I see.
Who's better at passing than that man?
Avita's a bonus.
Yeah, Sabonis is crazy.
Vlade Divac. I
Those
got some
guys are
passes
crazy.
for you.
No, those guys are crazy.
I don't know if I'd even put Vladi over him, to be honest with you.
Nah, I put
don't know.
Sabonis though. Sabonis, go check out Arvidas
Sabonis.
Sabonis.
Sabonis is an argument.
Yeah,
Sabonis is
check
an
out his
argument.
passing
They
highlight
play
reel. It's fucking
if
crazy.
you allow Vlade Divac to play at the top of the key and be able to dictate the offense, he averaged 10 assists a game too. 1,000%. He would, because he could pick people apart just as easy.
All right, so who's your MVP go?
I guess
How you doing?
I said they all look the same to me because
Thank you.
nobody's on defense.
What'd you say?
So
None.
they all look the same. I already said it.
Who's your MVP? I need a name.
I said Joker from the beginning. I
All
just
right,
said
so
it
who
all
you
looks the
got,
same.
Jesse? Who you got, Jesse?
Joker was my initial thought, like right off the bat. I was gonna say Joker myself, but I thought I would get hate for it as well. But I don't know, man. I can't. It's hard to think of somebody that is like a standout. Like yeah, he's probably gonna take MVP. I mean, we're only what, halfway through the season? Not even.
Almost. About 35 games, I think,
But
something like that.
still, I don't think that there's anybody that's like dominating right now in that sense. I mean, there's a lot of great players, obviously, but I don't think there's a one standout that's like there's our MVP. But I'm still going to go with Joker. I'm sticking with Joker on that.
Yeah, mine right now would be Shea. Right now, OKC is just playing outstanding basketball. They beat the shit out of the Cavs the other day. And he's doing all this without Chet, without their second best player. I feel like he's doing the most with the least. And yeah, I just feel like he's the best player in the league right now in regard to the MVP conversation. So I'm gonna go with Shea. Um, who's your NFL MVP?
Lamar Odom, but they're gonna rob
Lamar
him.
Odom?
But not Lamar Odom.
I
Lamar
said,
Jackson.
I
Lamar
said
Jackson, but
Lamar
they're about to
Odom
rob
is
him.
playing in the fucking league? Holy
Lamar
shit.
Jackson, but they about to rob him.
Who you got, Jesse?
Saquon Barkley. We had this
Mm.
conversation last week, and you guys said that it's going to be it's always a quarterback award type of thing. But I'm still sticking with Saquon Barkley.
Saquon will be my second choice because the only reason because it's a backup. It is a quarterback league.
Quarterback award.
Yeah, it's a quarterback award. They'll do something like give it to Josh Allen and make him the offensive player of the year. Saquon the offensive player
I'm
of the year,
still
which is
not
stupid.
over that reverse hurdle that he did. I'm still not
That
over
shit
that
was
shit.
crazy. That
That
was
was one
so
of the most
crazy.
insane football plays I've ever seen in my life. That was absolutely insane.
That was pretty crazy.
Yeah. But I'm not
I,
giving him
I gotta go.
I'm not giving him the MVP because of that play. I'm giving him MVP because of what he did this whole fucking season.
Yeah, I gotta go with Saquon too. I think it's a quarterback award, but I would love to see a running back get it.
100%.
So, all right. Is Jaden Daniels next?
I
Is he the
mean,
next? Is he the next superstar quarterback? Is he the new Mahomes?
Jaden Daniels?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't even like comparing things to Mahomes at this point. Like, there's been so much that has been coming out, and what we're seeing on these refs, and like all this stuff, and then him getting picked up on hot mics and the things that he's saying. Like, I've been a big Mahomes fan. Like, I always like to, even if it's not my team or anything like that. I always want to see greatness. I always want to see history. I love witnessing those things. But I'm starting to think that there's something going on here. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but I don't know, man. He gets calls that his opposing quarterback does not get in the same damn game in the same situations and all. Something's up, man. Something's up.
Well, what about Jaden from the Commanders though? Is he next up? Have you seen him
He
play?
could be. Well, yeah, of course I've seen him play. He could be. He absolutely could be. He could be. If we're going to
What you
see it
think,
year
Randall?
after year after year, is another.
I'm just saying because you remember when Mahomes was the rookie, or he took him
Yeah,
what to the AFC Championship game or something like that,
yeah.
and everyone was saying like he's the next guy, and he turned out to be the next guy. You think Jaden Daniels is the next guy?
He absolutely could be.
What do you think, Randall?
this is rookie year.
It's an early prediction. You
It's
reserve the right to change your mind.
it's always the third year because they were saying the same thing about CJ Stroud. I don't want to say CJ Stroud took a step back, but he wasn't as good his sophomore year. Same thing for Patrick Mahomes. Wasn't as good because guys get film on you. When teams get film on you, they can make adjustments and they can make you do the things that you're uncomfortable doing.
Same with Trevor
It's
Lawrence too.
it's always the
That's
third.
what happened with Justin Herbert too.
It's always the third year where we start seeing, okay, what is this guy really going to be like? If he can make those adjustments in off season and then start reading the tape himself and start adjusting on the fly. Kid has all the talent in the world. I'm rooting for him. Could he be? Absolutely. He has the tools to be, but so does CJ Stroud. So does CJ Stroud. And so do, there's a lot of young quarterbacks.
Does he have the personality to be?
Absolutely. He has the demeanor to do it. Nothing. The kids from San Bernardino, California. Nothing's gonna phase him. He's not scared of shit. Anybody who's been around Cajon understands he ain't gonna be scared of shit.
All right. I love hearing that. All right, so how good will the Lions be next year, barring injury? Think they can
Mm.
come back and win it all?
Jared Goff can Jared Goff become a different quarterback? I mean, the problem with was always been Jared Goff, right? Like it was the same problem with the Rams. He can only get you so far. Like so,
I mean, was that the problem this year, or was it the
it was the
injuries?
injuries, but who's to say that he was gonna get it done? Barring injuries,
I
still got
mean,
I
well,
think
do
he
you think
could.
they do you think they beat the Commanders this week if they're healthy?
Yep.
I mean, I think that's pretty obvious, right?
is it?
Yeah, I do, for sure.
Is it?
Oh man, I don't know if it's necessarily black and white in that sense, but I think if it was, I think that Detroit would have taken them if they were fully healthy. I think the Commanders they're playing the best possible ball they can at the right fucking time. That's what I think is going on there. And then they had to go up against Detroit, who that I would say if you were a quarter of the way through the season, I would have never guessed that the Commanders are making it that far, but I
No,
would have told you for sure Detroit was. So I think injuries had a lot to do with that. I think it would have been a different outcome if the injuries weren't in effect. I mean,
right.
injuries were even in effect though the week before too. I mean, but yeah, I I think that the talent is actually there. I think the right coaching staff is there. I think the right pieces are in place, and it comes down to them staying healthy. But if it's not going to be my Chargers that are coming in, then I'm gonna root for Detroit. They've got the pieces.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be a great team next year, if barring injury. Barring injury,
I agree.
I think that they're pretty much in the same position with potentially a bye, and they just gotta get to the playoffs healthy. I mean, what'd you say earlier, Randall? Like 18 guys on the IR, and yeah, I mean, that's overwhelming. And as a 49er fan, I have all the empathy in the world for that because we've been through many seasons of that. So yeah, I think if they're healthy, they're a contender for
We think
sure.
so. Are we saying they're going to be as good?
Yeah, I'd say as
They
good.
went 15-2. You think they went 15-2 again?
14-3.
14-3. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah,
Yeah.
14-3, 13-4.
I think so. If they healthy, yeah, hell yeah. That team's super talented.
13-4 and 13-4 and 15-2 are two different fucking records. Like
That's why we
respect,
both say 14-3.
Still, still
that
gonna.
13-4 and fourth. Hey, those two losses are huge over 17 games.
Mhm.
13-4, they're the second seed or the third seed. They're Minnesota.
Yeah, but 14-3, 14-3 might still get them the first
You
seed.
said what?
14-3 still might get them the first seed.
I mean, we'll see. We'll
See
see.
how competitive the NFC becomes next year. I
I,
think the
I,
Rams
I,
are going to be
I
good.
don't know their contracts and situations. I don't know where they stand contract wise. You know, they got a lot of guys on defense. I don't know where they're paying guys. That's the whole deal.
Well, let's get your predictions. I need winner and score. Commanders versus the Eagles. Who you got?
Oh, is that the Eagles? I got Philadelphia 31-24.
Philadelphia 38-28.
I was trying to get to more of a than a touchdown.
I want to choose the Commanders so bad on this game.
You can go ahead, do it.
Do it. Do it. Go ahead, do it. See what happens.
Do it.
Do it.
Commanders 31-27.
Nice.
Chiefs versus Bills. This is the one. This is the one this week. Let's go. Let's go. Josh Allen comes back to Kansas City, to Mahomes' backyard.
That's the hardest part of it is that it's in KC. Well, but then I mean, yeah, that's where it's hard. That's where it's hard. I want to say I just want to speak into existence. I'm going.
Yeah, go ahead, speak.
I'm going to speak. I mean, I want to speak into existence. I'm going to go with Buffalo, 34-32.
Oh, it's a close game. Oh, if they're gonna win, they better blow them out. If they're gonna win, it better be a blowout. Oh, it's too close. It's too close. Superman is in the building. Superman is in the building. They can talk all that shit about the referees all you want. And I get it. Pat just plays the game as far as what the rules are saying. Pat says, I don't have to slide right away. And if you hit me, if you come close to me, hit me, and I slide, you're going to get penalized. I don't have to run out of bounds because if you hit me on the sideline, you're going to do it. The NFL needs to change the rules. The NFL needs to change the rules to control what Pat does. But give it a hey, you know what it is. Patrick Mahomes. You want to score?
Of course.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes. Oh yeah, this is Josh Allen. Time to choke. He gonna look across, see number 15 in red. It's gonna be like 28 to no. Yeah, 28 to 13.
That's exactly the number I was thinking.
28-13.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
Superman, the greatest of all times, baby.
See
Let's go.
a much closer game, and I got the Chiefs winning 19-17.
Josh Allen throws a pick on the final drive.
No, I think it's tight. I think they're going into the last drive with Buffalo being up 17-16,
Oh, that game. That's game.
and they go down. Mahomes drives down to about the 32. They line what up for about 45. Game time.
I tell you this. If that's the situation when the time running out, I'm gonna turn the TV off. Because it's over with. It's over with. It's over with.
Pat ain't gonna do it with no drama.
I'm gonna go ahead and cut the TV off, man, and get in bed or something. You know what I'm saying?
Pat love the drama.
Man,
You know
I
that.
tell you this. Pat, hey, everyone, hey, you know what? Everybody likes to try to, and I guess I've just never been that guy to come up with reasons why people are great. They did it with Brady. They did it with Magic. They did it with Michael Jordan. They did it with Kobe. Everybody always wants to come up with these reasons. Well, because they get preferential treatment. Yeah, they do. They're supposed to. They've earned the right for that treatment. 1,000%.
Not to that extent, man.
Sure.
Brady was bad enough, but I don't think that you've earned the right to be handed your wins.
They're not handed wins. You still have to win. No one hands athletes wins. You still have to win.
Bro, when the shit gets down to like their back is up against the wall and there's major call after call after call that extends your drive over and over,
We
then
saw one call in that game last week where you can say it.
one
Yeah, the one that really impacted was that slide. But
and
that,
even
that's
Troy
an NFL
Aikman was
rule.
like, "Oh,
That-
come
hold
on."
I'll
So
say
on
this.
air.
I'll say, hold on. We say it's on air because we have the luxury of them to zoom the camera in and slow it down
He
frame
said
by
it in
frame.
real time.
No, when I saw it in real frame, I thought he got hit. Everybody thought he got hit in real time, and then they slowed it down and said he didn't get hit.
No, he was saying when they threw the flag and Troy Aikman said on air, he was like, "Oh, come on."
But Troy Aikman said, "Come on after the replay." He didn't say that. Go back.
I think he said that in real time, man.
No, I don't think he did. But to me, I thought he got hit. It looked like he got hit. I mean, you had a collision at that spot, and let's not act like they missed him by like 5 feet. They barely missed him. They were about to hit him. They were close to hitting his ass. It was like their helmet was here and his head was here. When he went down, it was like boom. So it was close enough for the referee to be like, we think he got hit. And we're seeing a different angle. We're seeing an angle from up. We're not seeing an angle from on the field. It looked like he got hit. Now, did he get hit? No. Do I think the NFL needs to change the rules and say, if you're going to dance around, the defense has a right to hit your ass? Yes.
Well, isn't that technically already a rule in a sense that if you become a runner,
No,
then you're.
But once he gives himself up, it's the whole point. Yes, he's right. But once he becomes a runner, he can hit you. But when he gets himself up by sliding feet first, you can't touch him. The rule should be, yes, but if you do this, light his ass up. That should be the rule. You're allowed to get hit now because now you're running back and you're playing the game. That's an NFL problem. That's not a Patrick Mahomes problem.
No.
In real time, I can understand how the referees can think he got hit. It was close enough, and when you look at the replay, it wasn't like he was far off. Their bodies were on top of Pat's when he got hit. They just didn't hit it. They hit each other. And I can see a referee with an angle directly across the field going, I think he got hit. Flag. We're looking from a different angle than they are. It's all about angles in that. And that's it. And if you've ever taken any type of refereeing school of any sport, they'll tell you it's certain angles. One of my favorite things to do when I was coaching basketball was yell at a referee and say, get your ass in position so you can see it. You can't see it. You're making a call out of position, and referees know when they're out of position. Same thing. They can't see certain things. That's why they teach angles. And when something like that happens, I can see a referee being on top of it going, damn, I think he got hit. I got to protect him.
I have a question about that game. What was the reason of taking that safety at the end?
Because we didn't want to kick it off and give him a chance to return it.
But you still have to kick it off if you have a safety.
No, but I think you take. What was it? What was the time? What was the time? It was less time, right?
They ran like 4 seconds off the clock by doing that, and they took a safety.
Yeah,
and
but
they still had to get the ball over.
I think they were more worried about the possibility of a return onside kick than they were worried about.
I think they were up by 11, and the spread was 9.5.
I mean, I know I know the conspiracy theories out there, but I was gonna be honest with you.
I just
as a coach,
don't see the reason behind
Andy Reid
it.
is
It doesn't
making
make any
$15 million a
sense.
year. He don't give a fuck about y'all spread. Andy don't care about them spreads.
Call it like it is.
Well, but Vegas do.
Huh? Andy don't give a fuck about them spreads.
Vegas do.
But that's not Andy's problem. Andy's job isn't to manage the score. Andy's job is to win the fucking games.
It just didn't make sense.
Fuck about the scores. Like, I know conspiracy theories like, well, they just did that to go sport, man. Look, man, they got a whole lot of shit to worry about. The spread ain't one of them. There's a lot of shit on those coaches' plate.
Worried about the run back and then recovering of this onside? Because that's the only way that could have had any impact whatsoever.
Because when I saw it, I was like, what? When I recently go, oh, because I was recently going, well, if they run this thing back, they'll get a chance at an onside.
That's what I'm saying. So that's the only chance in hell.
Yeah, instead of me having to kick off to you and you got to come all the way down the field now. You're taking more time. Once I'll give you the 2 points, but now you got to use all your time to come down the field. It's all about clock management at that point. So give them the points. I know people were upset that they lost money. You should have bet the under.
Or just don't bet.
There are some people out there going, yes. It's only people who said, I'm going to take that. Like, half the group is going, fuck. The other group is going, hell yeah. Andy don't give a fuck about none of them. Andy's like, yo, I'm cold. I'm getting to the locker room. Where's my dinner? That's what he's thinking about. He don't give a fuck about any of that shit.
All right, so let's get to curveballs. With Alex Iverson have been worse or better in today's NBA?
Oh, I can answer. I thought it was a dramatic pause.
I mean, just saying.
What do you
Donovan Mitchell,
think?
superstar in this league. What do you think Allen Iverson is going to look like?
That
just
part.
respectfully.
And they're way different
Right,
players.
but it's a continual attack. But no
You
one's
take
going
the
to get
physicality out of the game, and then
the one thing we can do to Al. The one thing you did to Allen is you beat him up.
yeah,
Put his ass on the ground a couple times, slow him down, make that elbow flame up. You do that now. You hit him once, technical. Hit him twice. Get his ass out of here. Hey, AI, yeah. I think would you take away the idea that you can grab and hold and push Allen around? Oh man, it can get ugly out there for guys.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm leaning towards maybe not because the game has changed in a way to I feel like it would really showcase what he's not good at and it would give him other challenges. So like in his era, there were a lot of guards that were like 6'4" and under. You had your Derek Fishers and you had your Steve Nashes and you had these sorts of guys, right? Where like today, I mean, if you step on the court, unless you're a super special guy like AI or like Donovan Mitchell or someone like that, not really seeing too many guys that are under 6'6". And that changes the dynamic of what AI is able to do because guys are so much more athletic today. Like you got to remember, AI was athletic, but he was athletic for a 6'1" guy. He wasn't athletic for like period. Like guys like Baron Davis. Baron Davis was athletic, period. AI was athletic for a smaller guy. So his vertical mobility wouldn't be as effective today.
he
And
doesn't
then
threaten me.
and then as well, the three ball is a really, really important shot today. And AI shot the three ball at a really low percentage. I assume that with the, with culture changes and stuff, like he could improve a little bit, but even improving 5% doesn't make him a good 3-point shooter. So I'm wondering what a guy of that size that's going to be forced pretty much to chuck threes because of the way that the game is played. If that's going to be a benefit to him down the line.
I think that if I think that instead of him chucking up the threes, I think that his assist numbers would just go up. He,
I think
he would be driving the lane, kicking out in order for those three balls to be taken a lot
Yeah,
more.
but then again, he wouldn't be that perennial scorer that he was.
Right.
AI he was really no, he has a couple scoring titles, I think. AI definitely was the type of guy that, we considered a scorer. So if he became more of a balanced scorer where, he's scoring, 18 to 20 a game, but he has 8, 9 assists, do we look at him the same?
You look at them differently, of course, because it's not the AI that we know in that sense, but we might be having a different conversation. We might be having a John Stockton, Steve Nash type
Yeah.
of a
Another
discussion
another
in
thing
that sense.
is this too, right? Like the things that make AI great, like like how fast he was or how quick he was. Is AI really quick in today's NBA? Is he? I'm just asking a real question.
That's a
Or
good
and
question.
and do those handles work in today's NBA? Like, is that crossover going to be effective in today's NBA?
yes.
I don't know.
I think that crossover is going to be effective in
I think
any era.
so. So I just want to address a couple things. AI shot 31% from the 3-point line. So
Absolutely.
if you add five,
5%, that's
that's
36%.
thirty
That
six
is a
percent.
that is a decent 3-point shooter.
I mean, I think that what is the average right now? I would venture the average. He's probably going to be an average shooter. He's going to be just like
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah. That's what I just said. Decent,
Um,
average.
so
Yeah.
so with that being said, I think that his free throw number goes up because he shot 9 free throws in the era where you could hit it.
See, I
In the era,
think his free throw numbers go down because he doesn't get fouled as much because he's shooting more threes.
See, and I'm not even taking the three ball into effect. I'm taking the fact that AI is going to be relentless at getting past people and getting to the line.
I just know I see AI being able to get past a lot of people, but I do see that there are certain defenders out there that I think there's more defenders that could stay in front of them today than there was in 2001. Oh yeah, I'm dead ass, nigga. Yeah, I'm serious. I'm
Name
talking about
10.
when Michael Finney Smith, Cam
Right.
Johnson, um, um,
You said stay in front of him,
yeah, like they're not gonna be shook by that fucking step out cross. Like everyone learned that by now. That's not
but
like a
but
spectacular. Like nigga, you
but
gotta
hold
remember
on,
we
hold on.
we first saw that that
What you do?
changed
Hold on,
shit.
hold on. So what you're doing is you're saying everybody can adjust to Allen, but he can't adjust to everybody else, and that's not fair.
Well, that's the argument. Would he be better?
That's not
Would
fair.
I'm no no no, but I'm talking about Allen Iverson. I'm saying him himself. Allen Iverson, his game. I'm not gonna well, what are we gonna do? Give him Kyrie handles now because he no. I'm not I'm talking about who he was as that player. Just like we'll take Magic Johnson, we'll say, would Magic be effective in today's NBA? Same shit. AI is who he was. Magic is who he was, is hella effective in today's NBA. I can't say the same about AI based on the weaknesses in his
I
game.
think I think that I think that we're saying just because someone's tall and long, pause, that they can stay in front of AI, and I don't necessarily think that's necessarily true because they tried that with guys like Tony Allen.
No, no, no. But look, I'm not saying that guys that are tall and longer. I'm saying guys that are tall longer and also have seen that move before.
But
You know what I'm saying? Like
I like
niggas
and
still
that
like
but that's what I'm saying.
niggas been emulating that. I saw over time that crossover become
But
less and less effective in the NBA.
so see, and I think that's where I'm torn with the argument because what you're saying is they get to see AI and prepare for AI and adjust to the AI. I don't want to say AI, but they get to adjust to the game that AI create influence, right? But what I look at it as you're saying, I'm bringing AI in, so we really haven't seen that crossover yet, right? So whatever AI
I mean,
cross,
but you have though,
but no,
because
no, hear me out. So what I'm saying is, whatever AI crossover is, it's still going to be a phenomenon because it's something that I want them to have that same culture shock, right? Of seeing AI because if without AI they don't see it, right? We don't get that without AI. So I want that same culture shock for the defender. And with that being said, I get where you're coming from, though. I get where you're coming
because
from.
I'm saying like, okay, when we make the argument, like let's say a Tracy McGrady, we don't just take into account his skill, we take into account the silhouette of the player he is. We say, okay, this motherfucker was 6'8". You know what I'm saying? He was hella athletic, he had bounce, he could get to the rim, he could finish at the rim. We take all these things into account. So even just because I'm doing it for a smaller guy doesn't mean that all of a sudden he adjusts. I'm just saying who AI was as who he was. Does that player is he more productive in this NBA or is he less productive?
I think he's averaging 25 points a game like he did his career. I think that. I think he's a 25, 26, 27 point scorer because he's going to get to the line. Because one thing AI was really great at was creating contact.
One
And,
thing I would have wanted to see is I think the biggest thing for AI would have been how he adjusted to this new footwork. That that would have been key for whether or not he would have been more effective, I think. Because that extra step gives him something more to work with.
you're talking about the allowance of AI to carry because AI carried, but you're going to allow him to carry
Yeah,
this.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. For
yo,
sure.
yo,
Yeah.
I'm
Take
fast.
all of it.
I'm still faster than everybody in the league. Like
I
he's
don't
probably faster than
know if
Jared.
he's faster than De'Aaron Fox. I don't know about that.
They're
No.
close.
I don't know
They're
about that.
close. They're
I don't know
close.
about that.
So
There's a
cool,
lot of guys. There's a lot of guys in the league that are super
cool.
fast now, bro. Even
So,
Giannis is fast as shit,
Darren,
bro.
but Darren is probably the fastest, right? So they're close. So cool. The AI's the second fastest dude in the league.
I don't know. I
Go,
gotta look
go,
around. I gotta look around because
go.
there's some guys, there's some speedy motherfuckers in this NBA. It
Yeah,
ain't like
yeah.
back then where he came in his rookie season being the fastest dude in the league. Nah, 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 nah. He wouldn't be that way today.
He gonna be up there. He definitely gonna be up there.
All right, second curveball. Who are your top five greatest athletes of all time? Athletes.
And by that question, we don't necessarily mean who can run and jump the highest.
Well, what do you mean then? Because you
The
wrote this, so you got a
great. I
preference.
mean, greatest athlete, great.
Most
That
accomplished
that's part of greatness. Yes,
and most ability. I'm
yes.
assuming. Okay.
Dominance, ability, accomplishments. All that shit got to be put in there.
I don't know if I could do them in order, but I think I
I
got
can
some of my
I can do
list.
mine in order, but go ahead.
Top of mind, I gotta say Wilt Chamberlain.
Okay.
I think when you factor in that this motherfucker was like a world class long jumper and high jumper, and he also could sprint, and dude was just great at everything he did. So, not to mention he was the greatest basketball player to ever walk the face of the planet until Michael Jordan arrived. Um, or most people would tell you that. I think in 1984, I think in 1985, when you asked people who the GOAT was, Wilt Chamberlain was pretty synonymous on everyone's
Him and
list.
Cap, him and Kareem. Again, Kareem came in that middle. Kareem came in that middle.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm saying Wilt's numbers at that point, because you got to remember, Kareem had to catch Wilt because he was at the top of the list.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? It was Kareem came and took Wilt, and then Carl came and took Wilt. Then Michael came and took Wilt. So that's how Wilt hit, you know what I mean? Then Kobe, then, you know what I'm saying? But Wilt was number one when Cap, he was number one when Cap took
Yeah,
the title.
but what I'm saying,
So,
at one point, people were literally calling Kareem the greatest player of all times.
no, for sure. But I'm saying that was like after Wilt was done. I'm saying at the day Wilt Chamberlain retired from basketball, he was
He was
considered the
considered the
GOAT.
greatest of all times. Yeah.
Absolutely. So I gotta say Wilt. Number two, I think I gotta go with Michael Phelps.
Damn it. I thought I was going to be the lone one on
No,
that
you're
one.
not.
I think what that guy has been able to accomplish, or what he
Unreal.
accomplished in that one Olympic, that's just never gonna be duplicated ever again.
Unreal.
Never again in life. Um, number three, niggas ain't gonna like this.
I'm probably gonna like it.
Niggas ain't gonna like this. Now let me hold that one. Number three, I think I gotta go with Bo Jackson.
On my list.
That's a good one.
On my list.
That's on my list.
That dude could do no wrong. They even had so one all-star break or some shit. I think in the NBA they had football players come out and do dunks, and fucking Bo was doing insane shit. Yo, cocking it between his legs and dunking it backwards. Yo, I don't know what the fuck he couldn't do. That hip injury hurt the whole world. Because the shit we could have seen, oh my God, Bo Jackson was so crazy.
On my list. Don't worry.
So I got Will, Mike, Bo. Number four, I think I gotta go Messi.
Okay.
I gotta go Messi. I think when it comes to that world, he's the god over there, like for real. And like he changes shit. Like he literally goes to teams and makes them contenders. Like for real. Like he changes economies when he like when he changes teams. Like I'm dead ass. Like this dude, like and talk about like greatness. This dude is a worldwide icon. Like world every country. Like, not no local shit. Nah, his face can be recognized every fucking where. And he's a champion, man. That guy fucking wins everywhere he goes. And then number five, man, I gotta say Jordan. I gotta say Mike, man. Mike may not have been the greatest athlete that we've seen to 2025, but there was definitely a year you could choose the year where you said, this motherfucker might be the best physical specimen I've ever seen.
Until he picked up a baseball bat.
Abdul-
And
So then it was definitely before
and it
93.
was disproven. And it was disproven real fast.
It was definitely before 93. But I think when you talk about greatness, you can't overlook this guy. He's the standard for everything.
I,
So
I put
not
him on my
only
list.
not only was he what I mean at the time, like back in 1991, you looked at this dude and said, if you were gonna craft an athlete, it should probably be something like Mike. Um, and then his greatness, like what he transcended to, the brands that he transcended, the culture that he's transcended. It's fucking everything has a Michael Jordan standard. Everything. So those are my five.
Go ahead, Jesse.
Now I want to hear yours actually, Randall, because I want to know. I'm very interested to see if this one
Hey man,
specific.
on Martin Luther King, you go first,
Huh?
man. The Martin Luther King Day, Randall, you
No,
go first. You ain't got
that's
a
my
Rosa
question.
Parks.
It's my question.
Oh, okay.
There's one in particular I really am curious to see if it's going to be on your list before I
Okay.
say it.
I already got my list. So
Yeah.
except the fifth one. And I'll come up with that right now. Who's your list?
Which I think
Who's your list?
Mine, Will, Michael Phelps,
O.
Oh,
Jackson.
Bo
Bo
Jackson,
Jackson, um,
Messi.
Messi, and Michael Jordan.
It's a pretty good list.
There's one that I fucked up on. I might have fucked up on, but
Don't say
although
don't say it.
that no, I'm not. I'm not. But that nigga only. I can't say he's super athletic. That's the thing. Go ahead.
Okay. Got my five. Greatest athletes of all times. And great when I think of great in the way when I think of greatness, I think of the first word that comes to mind for me is dominance. You have to be, in order to be the greatest, you must be dominant. Um and then the other adjectives come after that. You have dominant, then accomplishments. Everything else can fall in line because we can argue, well, shit, Mike Tyson's a better athlete than this guy.
Yeah, I was
You know what I'm saying? We can
just
argue
about to
that.
say that.
We
Yeah.
can argue that. But dominance and accomplishments, it's hard to argue those two.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then we go from down. So mine is in order. My list is in order. You guys want it from top to bottom or bottom up?
Bottom up.
Bottom up. Coming in at number 5. This man he's done nothing but break records. Continue to break records. Every time you see him, it seems like he's breaking other records, and every time you see him, he seems like he's pulling up, running against the fastest people in the world, and he's pulling up and still breaking the record. Looking at him, going, "Where you guys at?"
The same
And that's who's.
Hey, there.
We have never seen a specimen on that track like who said.
That's
We've seen
really good
things.
one.
We've seen things that come close, but when you look at how dominant he is, and he just breaks his own records.
6'7" sprinter.
The
You ain't
6'7"
seen that again.
sprinter running the 9.81, ridiculous, stupid.
I'm not seeing that again.
Stupid. The second one is now coming in number 4 is just on Try's list. Probably the greatest pure specimen of an athlete we've ever seen in our entire generation. This guy was not only an All-Pro in football, he was a home run derby. I think did he win the home run derby? Or I know he was in the home run derby. He also was a All-Star for Major League Baseball. I think he might have been a Golden Glove guy. He also was He also was an Olympic track speed.
Had one of the
Decided to go
greatest
there
outfield arms I've
in
ever
college.
seen.
And one of the greatest arms you've ever seen in baseball, and that's Bo Jackson. And he went to Auburn, so you know how I feel about that. Coming in number 3 is probably the most accomplished Olympian we've ever seen, and that's Michael Phelps. He dominated every time he got in the water. He was just better than everybody else, and there's nothing anyone can do about it. He was better, and the reason I have him and Bolt not at 1 and 2, although they were probably dominant as my next two, is two reasons. One, they played in sports/events where you couldn't really do anything about them. There's nothing. If I line up against Usain Bolt, he's just faster than me. There's nothing I can do that's gonna be faster. There's no direct competition there outside of that clock, right? We're just racing against the clock. Same thing with Phelps. There's nothing in the water I can do. I know they say you can drag, but if he's just that much faster than you, how much drag can you do? He got a V12, I got a V8. It is what it is. I can drag all I want, but a V8 is never going to be the V12, and that's why they're not number 1, number 2. Number 3, I think she wasn't the first, but she definitely changed.
I know you go.
I think this is it.
She definitely changed the culture, and she's probably the most dominant tennis player, not woman tennis player, but dominant tennis player we've ever fucking seen, and that's Serena Williams.
That's who I wanted to hear if you had it on your list.
Williams.
Yep.
And coming in at number 1, and
We went 5, 4, 2, 1.
Who's your 4?
Bo, Michael, Serena, and
who's
also
number 2?
Bo, Phelps.
Oh,
and
Bo, Serena. All right, so who's number 1?
So Serena and this other guy got one thing in they have one thing in common. When you think about how great they are, you mean besides Serena, there is really there's no conversation going on when you look at Serena in tennis. You're like, yeah, it's her. It's her. She's it, right? This other person on this sport is the exact same way in his sport, and that's Tiger fucking Woods.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say Tiger.
I knew that was coming.
You talk about changing economies. When Tiger got on tour,
he changed the golf.
There are 2 millionaires. Now there's 100.
Yeah.
There's 100 millionaires. Everybody got a private jet to Augusta. Before they were flying with us on Southwest to get to the plane.
Changed the economy. He changed everything.
He didn't just change the economy in golf. He changed economy in Rancho Cucamonga because we had 5 golf courses for him, and they're all and guess what? They're all shutting down now because
for sure.
he moved the needle. So that's my list.
Damn. I was looking to see if Serena was going to be on your list because that's who I wanted to know if that was on your list because that's who was on mine. I actually had her at 5. If I had to rank him, it's hard for me to rank him like that though, but I put that at 5. Tiger Woods was the other one that I did not expect you to say that I was going to say. So Serena and Tiger, these are not in order. Bo Jackson, Serena. Oh yeah, and then Michael Phelps. 5th one.
You better say Shahani or something. Otani.
Yo, if you gonna fucking say Bronny, I'm gonna be mad.
Otani, Bronny.
No, okay. Now I don't know if this is going to be one of the greatest athletes ever, though. But it is for me. It is for me. It's Muhammad Ali.
I thought about Muhammad. Okay, real quick, because it's mine. Everybody, give me a one alternate. You get one more.
I got 3 of them.
Nope.
Hey, but it's about to switch over, so I'm gonna jump back on.
Do it. Yeah, do it.